You're listening to Brigade Radio 1.
Welcome to the Antisocial Show.
They're coming. They're coming. They're coming. They're coming to get you.
And here's your hosts, Underblock and Tyson Saner.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to an October special. So Hunter is not here in this episode. As you can see, I have my wife Laura filling in. And also, the show is not necessarily designed specifically for Hunter and I. Just that Hunter has been kind enough to put up with my idea for this thing over and over again. And he is unavailable, and I've been wanting to have Laura back on. So as I really want her take on some of these things that we've been creating. For those of you who have never seen an October special before, it's I've been dabbling with this AI art program called DreamStudio, and been getting some very interesting results. Now, a lot of people are dealing with things called Midjourney, apparently, which is Discord-based and extremely photorealistic, very glossy. People are getting just fantastic results. I find that I like getting really strange results to things because I'm doing experimentation at this stage. Laura, have you seen have you seen some of the images that I've generated from the prompts?
Yes, I have.
So recently Dreamstudio was updated and it got a new interface and then started integrating, I guess I would want to say like presets or something. So it'll be like you can put your prompt in and then you can specify, I'd like this in the style of a film movie or an anime or in I guess watercolor. You can get various, almost like filters, almost like Adobe filters. And I opted mostly to leave stuff like that off, but I did also experiment to see what I would get. That's not the kind of thing I would get when I first started doing this, but the results are always interesting. So first I'd like to show you, Laura, could you tell the people a little bit about yourself and your presence on the internet?
So my name is Laura, and I have a gaming channel called Gaming Outside My Comfort Zone on YouTube. Eventually I'll be getting back into that, but I've been also doing these shows with Tyson on a couple of times, and we also did some gaming shows on his gaming channel. I want to mention with that, with those filter things, I've been seeing some of those AI generated things, but I've been seeing like wedding dresses in the style of fast food restaurants.
Oh, yes.
And I showed you those, and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
What would be amazing is if you did like Cthulhu, or wedding dress in the style of Cthulhu.
I believe that could be done. That would absolutely be the type of prompt I would put in. Probably put wedding dress in the style of Cthulhu, and generate a few images, and then I'd try to flip it around and say Cthulhu in the style of a wedding dress to see if it gave any sort of qualitatively different types of generations or anything that was uniformly different enough to be to where you could go, yeah, it's probably the word order that gave me these unique results or whatever. It's hard to say though.
Or even like Lovecraftian wedding dresses. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Just because or like or a sandwich or a cupcake. I see cupcakes.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
Interesting.
Well, I should definitely write some. Well, I'll write some of these down when I edit for another time because that's a great idea. Let me show you an image I got recently. Now, I put this up here because this by itself is a great image. This did not reflect the prompt in any way that I can think of. I like the detail on the camera here. See, that's another thing about it. Sometimes the detail breaks down, sometimes it doesn't. To me, this looks like what does this look like to
Oh,
you?
it looks like the long lens of a camera.
Mm-hmm.
And like maybe it's been rolled in ink and it's been like rolled along some paper or something, or it's like super hot and that's burn marks.
Yeah, it could be. It's hard to say. So the prompt that I got from this was I just put in my name, put in Tyson Saner to see what it would come up with. Because, my face is on the internet in various places, so maybe it might kind of make an attempt at that. And this was the only prompt I got in that batch that didn't even give me a person. But I thought it was interesting enough to make note of that because a lot of the time the results you are going to get are going to be very strange, and then occasionally you'll get something like this from the same prompt. So apparently I'm James Franco. But I do like that there's this sharp foreground and this blurred background, and as far as I know, this person does not exist.
No, it looks like James Franco.
Mm-hmm. And
it definitely does not look like you.
Does not look like me. And skipping the other way, this is the next one it gave me that was also a person. It's a nice picture.
So now it's James Franco in the band Fun.
Oh, Fun, yeah. It's interesting. It's almost if I cover parts of the face. Oh, you can't see that, but I'm doing this with my hand and covering part of the face. I'm getting some Jeremy Renner somewhere in there. Maybe not. It's hard to know.
Forehead.
The more they say it, the less it looks like it. But this, this is a pretty well composed example of there's all these distinct bits of fabric. The tie is complete.
Very dapper.
The face is complete. The ears are not symmetrical as they probably wouldn't. They might not necessarily be. It looks probably the most human I've seen, in a human result. And then there's
like the point of his hair. Like there's just kind of it was like two, like at the very top. There's like kind of like this line.
Are you talking about this here?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a little bit of that going on.
And then there's like a little triangle thing on top of his head, and I'm like.
Yeah,
that's a little cursed part of the photograph.
Yeah, that's almost the giveaway where that it's not that it's not real. Except I guess a stray piece of hair could fall into a place.
I mean, you could accidentally somehow get your hair like that, but you would have seen that and be like, I'm gonna straighten that out because he looks. Everything is all dapper and put together, and then there's just that one spot. I mean, it's like it's the makeup artist to me where I look at the picture and I go, oh,
right,
that's not right.
Now I'm noticing some part over here and a kind of part over here. So I'm wondering if this has like been brushed into almost like a pompadour kind of, like have started to do that. Yeah, which kind of still gives it fun vibes.
Yeah.
Because he had kind of like a brush forward thing going on, didn't he?
Yeah, something like that.
I don't know what it's called, but yeah. So
then
this is the other results I got for Tyson Saner, specifically for Tyson Saner. And it's the similarity of the images that is striking to me because it's people center frame in focus with out of focus backgrounds. And this is all in one run. So it's like, I'm going to give you a spectrum of whatever I think that you're asking me for, but I'm going to keep certain details uniform. That's going to be a reoccurring theme with some of these. But here, obviously not me.
You zoom in on the left ear, so it's the one that's not really showing. There's like kind of like right by his eye. It's just a little too caved in.
Now, do we think this is an ear, or do we think this is something in the background and we can't see his ear because he's turned slightly?
It's most likely an ear.
Because this looks like an almost profile, like there. Like if this is me in profile, this is me dead on. Nope, this is me dead on. This is me in slight profile. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah,
but this is not me.
The ear is definitely. Oh yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that is definitely not you.
Sadly,
the ear is like bigger than the other ear.
I really like that jacket though. Sorry, what?
Yeah, the ear is not quite small. It's like a little bit big. Like if you zoom in on that tiny little ear,
Mm-hmm.
and then you go to the other side with a partial ear.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I don't think that's a light in the background, but I mean it could be
Yeah,
because I mean
so
there's other lights in the background.
yeah. These are like there's actually that's one of the things that's similar with the previous one. There's also these kind of orbs of like lighted things, like there's almost too many
Yeah,
of them to be streetlights or something. And it
yeah.
also keeps with the other one, where there's the orbs and cityscape. Also, I'm always in a city. I'm always these things. And then there's the final one here where it's pretty good. Again, looks nothing like me, but like it's also very similar to everything
Oh
else.
no, what
Watch
the heck?
somewhere between a watch and dog tags, I think. It's hard to say.
Or like some sort of man bracelet or something?
Yeah, I could see that.
It, that's slightly cursed.
Now he's got this
No,
tie. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
it doesn't look like the tie is actually around his neck. It's like a clip-on tie. Because if you look on that one side, there's not
Hmm.
the on. I guess on the left side of it, where his right on the right side of his head.
So it's a little uneven on there, and then there's the hat. Hat's pretty cool, and
Yeah, and then
the
it's got kind of like what's his name?
s-
Shoot,
blazer or hoodie,
I think that's a hoodie.
but the seams make me think it's a blazer. Again,
A
there.
hoodie,
I'm
a hoodie
sorry.
blazer?
There's a person you were trying to remember? What would you say?
Yeah, yeah. He likes to do like those flares of light in the
Oh,
background.
J.J. Abrams.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I mean, there's not many blurred dots of light in the background.
this is true.
So
So there's that. So that's what that series that's what that prompt gave me was that series of images. Now, thank you. It's very strange. Right. So
all right,
here,
let's go.
so here's some stuff. Real quick, I wanted to show you some of the old generations of things I got before they added a new interface, where you just pretty much put in a prompt to see what you would get. And the prompt that I put in for this one is skeleton jellyfish.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. It has jellyfish, certainly. The jellyfish is pretty cool looking. It's actually quite detailed. I'm sure it gets a little, as you go in here, but it's pixelating, but
Yeah.
at its proper distance.
I mean, it's a little off-centered, but it
Mm-hmm.
looks pretty cool. It looks pretty cool.
Might make
I
a
mean,
good. Mhm.
we had just seen jellyfish not that long ago
Oh yeah.
at one of the attractions we went to, and they have these upside down jellyfish, and they got the little things. And it's like, what planet did these come from? Because these are invading,
Yeah,
and they're
it's
going to take over our brains and
and bad things, or who
bad
knows?
things.
And it's
And
well, yeah, jellyfish are pretty weird looking to begin with. I do like this little kind of pouch that it's in.
yeah,
It's almost there's something here. Like if it was,
or it's a little baby jelly on top of an adult jelly.
oh yeah, it could be writing. And then the bottom of the jellyfish. This is the top of a bigger jellyfish whose bottom we
Yep.
cannot see.
Because the other ones on top, and it's like a picture going down.
Right. Okay. And then there's this one. Just you know.
That looks like a lion's mane.
Oh yeah. Now there's a little bit here. You can see it's disconnected, perhaps, but that kind of thing could be fixed. Like this reminds me of like a kind of like an album cover.
Yeah,
Like
it's something like the Who would have.
yeah, like the name of the album would be here, and then
Yeah.
tiny there would be the name of the Who or whoever it was.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Whoever this is. And then there's only a couple more of these skeleton jellyfish ones, but so it kind of seems to understand.
It's
Yeah,
fairly normal-ish.
the thing is, it kind of basically understands what a jellyfish is, which is good because there's got to have a lot of reference for it.
I mean, there's some tentacles where it's like, where's this tentacle attached?
Oh,
Like,
sure.
yeah, right where you're right there. There's one where it's just
Yes,
kind of like there's a
indeed.
tentacle, or there's like a split hair tentacle, and I'm like, what?
Right. And it's like this weird kind of one of the things that seems to have trouble is decide with the program. I mean, Stable Diffusion is the technology that's being used by DreamStudio, and it seems to have trouble with deciding if something is a drawing or a photograph sometimes. And this is one of those where it's like, I think this is like a drawing, and by a drawing I also mean like a painting or something that is not a photograph.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to, I can't, an artificial, I mean, it's all artificial, but these are particular types of artificial imagery. So, and then this is, I think, the last one.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Again, now, not really, no skeletons,
No.
Yeah.
This was kind of cool.
It is.
I mean, it's got like the weird little 3-stalk body part, which we just out. Yeah, maybe this is an undiscovered jellyfish.
Perhaps it is.
But I mean, again, this is also AI generated, but I mean, cool. It's like
cool.
The coloring and stuff definitely seems to be more like the sun setting and it's hitting the jellyfish through like the shallow waters, or in an aquarium. I watch way too much Tanked.
Oh, I don't know. Tanked is pretty entertaining. It's hard to say whether there's too much. So in order to be, it's a good point. Sometimes, if you don't get the results you want, I just tend to add more words to the same prompt to see what will happen. So I decided to add the words at the end of skeleton jellyfish and then Mount Rushmore. Yeah, see what kind of mashup it might give me.
Oh, that was awful.
So that's the...
That is cursed.
Isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, something's going on there. There's a lot of... But it really seems to understand some things about Mount Rushmore.
Everybody else looks like they've seen a lot. You've seen too much in life, and
there's like... What's going on with Lincoln's neck here? I'm not sure what that's about.
What is going on with Roosevelt?
Oh, Potato Roosevelt? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
And it's just kind of like a growth out of the side of... I forget who that is, but it's like a growth. And it's
Jefferson.
The eyeballs are eyeballs. The eyes are just... The only one it's normal on is Washington. Everybody else is just like...
Yeah. He's like, what?
I mouthed it.
Oh, you didn't have a word.
Oh,
okay, I didn't see it, but I'm sure I will see it in the edit.
I mean, the trees look normal-ish.
Yeah, one thing they managed to get right is the pile of rocks at the bottom with the trees. I mean, that's like, we definitely see that. So,
got that right.
So there's
this is cursed.
Oh, completely cursed. Well, there's a lot of cursed images. Here's the next one.
Oh my god. What?
It's like, oh no, that's normal. That's normal. Oh my gosh, what is that?
It looks like one of those things from Attack on Titan.
Titan, I believe is what they're called.
Oh, it's just the Titans?
Yeah, they're
It looks
Titans.
like one of those just trying to come out of a rock, or they turned into a rock assault.
Yeah, it's pretty frightening.
What's that thing? It's got like right where the patch of trees are on the bottom right. There's like this weird little, it looks like it might be an octopus or something.
Yeah, or mummy or something. I mean, like this.
Or some. And what is that skeleton purple thing on top of those rocks over there?
Oh, here?
Yeah. What the?
What? I don't know. Let's see.
Oh no, that's even worse when you scroll up towards that thing.
Well, what's amazing about this, aside from like these things, this looks like elephant skin or something.
Oh god, no! What it looks like is that the gross Titan thing, the thing that's sticking there, that's its hand. It's trying to claw its way out of the mountain. It's like, I'm stuck.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I look like Fester.
And then this one here.
No, that's not Mount Rushmore. Those are the trolls from The Hobbit.
The Hobbit, yeah. Yeah, kind of looks like, yeah, especially this one here is sort of like almost like a skeletal clown troll face sort of thing.
Yeah.
Well, I
And
mean,
the one in the middle is like, no, no sun, and tries to hide, but then the sun still hits it and it turns to stone. That first one though, on the far left,
mm-hmm.
yeah, that one, I, mm, yeah, no,
Yeah.
it actually kind of looks like the Beast from Beauty and the Beast if it mated with a troll.
Oh. Huh.
Ooh,
That could happen.
I,
Guy's been up there for a long time. All right.
yeah, I mean,
And then finally, there's this one out of those. And it's
okay,
just, no skeleton jellyfish. There is Mount Rushmore. It's certainly like Washington's like,
well,
J'accuse.
but
Oh.
is that Jefferson? He's got a beak.
Well, this actually looks like now that I'm looking at it, this looks like Jefferson's eyes, a big nose, kind of like a kind of,
Oh yeah,
and then like chin here, kind of going off that way.
yeah, because you got that little chin dent thing.
Yeah, and
And
then
again, they're still doing like the little weird elephant skin
mm-hmm.
off to the side. I don't think Mount Rushmore has that next to it, but I've never been, so I can't say for sure.
Right, but then they got the pile of rocks at the bottom, so
Pile of rocks and the trees look normal, maybe.
maybe.
Although there's one where I'm looking, it's got like a tree trunk and it's kind of like
Mm-hmm.
just slightly tilted, and then you're like, okay.
Yeah, there's interesting results to be had. Okay, here's to get into some things here is a run of images that I got with the new DreamStudio. Simply put, I put in Frank Herbert's Dune.
All right.
All right. So now, Laura, you've read the Dune series.
I have read 98% of the Dune series. They have come up with 3 more new books.
Oh, wow. There were 17 before, or something like that?
Something like that.
There's more than that. There's more than that.
It's like
I remember,
20 something.
Oh, God. I remember when there were just 6. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So that looks like there's 20.
Right now there's 20. So I was close when it was 17 because I imagine a number with 3 less.
Well, that's actually exact. I have 17 of the books, and I just need 3 more.
There are 3 more coming out, huh?
There are 3
more out that you don't have yet. Okay. Yeah. So now I've read probably about half of the books that now exist, not counting the ones that we don't have. Because I read the original 6 a few times, and I also read the next 6, and then the next 8, I guess, which would be the House Atreides, House Harkonnen, House Carino trilogy. Then the Butlerian Jihad, Machine Crusade, other one, I can't remember the third one.
The Battle of Corrin.
Battle of Corrin, so those that go back really far in time.
It's right next to me, so I can just kind of go like this.
And then Dune 7 parts 1 and 2, which are like, I don't know, it's Hunters of Dune and Sandworms of Dune, and I'm not sure which order that's in, but
it's Hunters then Sandworms.
Hunters and Sandworms. So yeah, so I've read all of those. So 6, 8 plus 8. So I've read 14 of them.
There's Sisterhood, Mentats, and Navigators of Dune.
Oh wow, yeah, I haven't read any of those. But
and then there's also I think there's 2 more that go between Dune and Dune Messiah.
Mm-hmm. There's at least
Dune Messiah and Children of Dune.
Someone called Paul of Dune.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I might have also read Paul of Dune. Now I think about it, but then like other ones came out.
Yeah, I think I have those too. So I think there's like maybe 25 books in total. I could look it up, but I'm busy right now.
So here's the first.
All right, let's go.
Image. Uh-huh.
Brave.
What's that?
They're very brave.
Just sit on the sand like that?
Let's just sit on the sand.
Um, shall I go to
But
the?
what is
Oh, go ahead.
the tower in it looks like it's something from um nope, never mind. I it does look like it's from Planet Dune.
Okay, I was gonna say I was at what
Arrakis.
Arrakis. I was thinking like maybe Return of the Jedi, except like
Oh yeah, it looks like Jabba's palace almost.
but like scrunched.
Yeah, we're just gonna. Why is it in the style of Japanese anime, and what is up with the N?
I don't know, but it also doesn't have the entire word. It's trying to figure out the word. It's also what do we want to do? I like a sand hobbit hole here too, or what looks like the beginning of one. Oh, maybe not. Never mind. See, from a distance, that looked like it was like an embankment of sand with a hobbit hole door. But then I get closer, and it's a scaly butt-shaped rock. Apparently, I have no idea what
And then what is up with that belt that goes nowhere?
this thing.
Yeah.
Hard to say. Hard to say that. Oh, or the hand. That's
Oh, oh, oh.
But if it's a quick drawing, some details are a little more distinct, some are less distinct.
Yeah.
That's going to happen. Um,
Okay, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah,
It definitely has that Japanese anime style, but that's big.
it's pretty cool. I like the colors, like the color scheme and whatnot. There's going to be there's going to be a similarity between some of these based on the type of thing they'll give you, and also sometimes the light placement. Or so you see. So this one's just
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
so yeah, but nothing really Frank Herbert about it necessarily. It's just pictures of dunes now.
Well, it looks like it might say like Frank Herbert, and then at the bottom, Dune.
Sure, you could totally put it on there. Yeah, I'm going to be moving through these a
Okay,
little faster.
now they're just showing us deserts.
See, yeah, right. So now
That's in the Sahara.
that's a pretty good picture, though, even though it's not, and that's
It's
another
very
thing.
pointy.
Hmm?
It's very pointy. Very pointy
Yeah.
dunes.
Yeah, they are quite pointy, actually. Get to the back there.
Are there pyramids?
I don't see any. I do not see any. So it's another thing with this whole process of generating images is that you're going to get a bunch of stuff that is just not right for the prompt you put in, but no less interesting in some way or another. Like now I have this picture of sand that I could use for ... Meanwhile, there's I think I did actually put in anime style for a couple of these to get more anime style results. I really like this one, even though I don't understand why he's part of the landscape. It actually somehow for me it works, and I also like the color gradients and whatnot that they use. What do you think?
I mean, not practical to have such a long cloak flowing behind you. But
No, could be a dream.
yeah, that's true. It's like my clothes have become the dunes.
And then just another picture of sand.
It's pretty.
It is. This next one is interesting. It's different than all the other ones except for one. All right. So now we have a very anime artist rendition of who do we got? Who do we suppose these are? Which one do we think is Paul? Do we think it's this one here? Do we think maybe this is Leto? Or maybe do we think this is Jessica? Is this Chani? Is this a Fremen? What are we looking at here? Well, none of them have blue eyes. Except maybe... Yeah, well, but those aren't spice blue eyes.
No.
But I mean, okay, so this does not say Frank Herbert's Dune to me. This does say that these people exist in the same universe, whatever it is. Isn't it striking how just sometimes we randomly like, oh no, just let's give you a group picture of something instead of, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of like the Battleship Yamato, that Japanese anime movie that I I think we watched with my brother a couple of times, but I watched it like a lot growing up. But just kind of that's kind of what they look like, except not so spacey and more.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what it reminds me of.
I feel like that show is something that other people would know as Star Blazers.
That's it.
So,
Star Blazers.
Now, I never personally saw the program. I did see Robotech a few times, and I liked that, but I didn't see Star Blazers or Space Battleship Yamato. There's a live action version of it too, also.
Which we have as well.
Do we?
Yeah.
Oh, I should have a look at that sometime. I mean, I'd be interested in the show. I do like anime. I have a couple more in these, and then we'll move on to something different. But there's that one's kind of cool.
That kind of looks like it might be Lady Jessica because it's it's the black and it's what the Bene Gesserit would wear.
Mm-hmm. Almost like the Little Prince too, like a shock of curly hair maybe, or that could be her hair coming out of the hood in the front or something. But yeah. But this is, this landscape kind of with the sun coming through. That's not, and the shadows, the lights in the right place. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
You still end up. Go ahead.
It's definitely not something you would see. The bridge of sand.
Mm-hmm.
How is that physically possible?
Well, this would have to be rock.
Oh. Yeah, that's true. They do have rock.
Mm-hmm.
And it could be sandy color, especially with the sun shining on it.
Mm-hmm. Like this is probably sand, and then this is rock, but it does look like just more sand. So So the answer to that, if it were sand, is it's not possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then finally, there's just another picture of See, now what I normally do when I go through these is I try to sort them into the images that are closest to each other. So I would have put the anime ones in one folder and then the ones that look like just pictures of sand in another folder. But I did this gathering process a little quickly. So unfortunately, I do like this weird sort of like...
Yeah, the like texturing.
Yeah.
Like almost like coral.
Like coral or like tripe. Kind of.
Actually, I think it does look more like tripe.
And then there's sort of like whale, like chin texturing going on here. Or
it could be tracks from snakes.
Could be tracks from snakes. They might be giants. But yeah. So that's good.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's fairly interesting results in there. And then I added. This is going to be a few different art styles too. You'll see that some of them are more like each other than not. But I added the prompt Frank Herbert's Dune, and I added illustrated by Dr. Seuss, and hope for the best because I'm going to have to do more Dr. Seuss experiments because I don't think it quite understood everything. But occasionally you'll get interesting results. The results are never dull. So and some of them are in black and white and some of them are in color. And I think a couple of them, I wanted them to look like, those Japanese drawings that it's a very specific artist style. I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
I'll have to look it up later. But anyway, so here's the first one. It's almost like a sketch sort of here. Now, I'm not sure what's going on here.
It looks like a planter's peanut going skiing on a sand dune.
It does.
And then like a triangle head, but with the body's just kind of like little stick legs, just kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Or what is not a triangle head.
Oh, Pyramid Head from
Pyramid Head
from Silent Hill.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I could see that.
Or like it's like a very, very giant doctor's mask from the Plague Times. Just like a giant hat. You just
the Plague Doctor
your
thing.
torso. Yeah, Plague Doctor. So it like goes down to your hips and just kind of sits around there, and it's got the little point down, and you just kind of walk around with it on. Little arms sticking out. But that is definitely a planter's peanut.
It does appear. There's nothing specifically screaming Dr. Seuss to me, but it is It's kind of like the Frank Herbert's Dune stuff, and now it's just a completely different art style. This is very angular for some reason over here. I don't know what that's about.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of me saying I don't know what that's about because I don't know how the machine. I know how the machine is supposed to work. I don't know what it's thinking, and technically it's not, but it is. In as much as they can. All right, there we go.
That's a little more. That's a little more Seussian.
Oh yeah, there's definitely some kind of roundy things going. Oh, I wonder if that's like a worm sign or no worm sign, something else. But like, oh yeah. It's got kind of like the jumbled up kind of thing. That's pretty cool. As a person, I think,
With a stick.
yeah, with a stick, and then you don't suppose that's a thumper. Um, I don't know. I don't know.
No, thumpers are usually shorter.
Mm.
He's
Yes.
also wearing a trench coat too.
Yes, it's got kind of like Bowie vibes or something.
But like one side is longer and he has a stick leg.
Or like Doctor Who.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something going on there. Um, this is weird because it's because there's a pen because it's a pen and paper on a table and then a drawing, which this happens sometimes. Like if you'll ask for a certain style of something, like I think it's because I put in the term illustrated, so it added the like. Of course, they're all illustrations, but I put in illustrated because I'm programmed to be like story by Lewis Carroll, illustrated by whoever drew those very iconic drawings that are in those old Alice in Wonderland books. There's a specific artist who drew the images for Alice in Wonderland, but you know what I mean? They're the illustrator.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like looking at somebody who is in the process of illustrating rather than the illustration itself. There's two like this, and you'll see one later. But what do you think of that?
That I mean the drawing itself is, very nice. That pen,
Yeah, there's something wrong with the pen.
yeah. It looks like it might eat you.
It might.
But definitely cursed. Ooh.
Yeah,
That's not Dr. Seuss at all. That's pretty.
it is pretty. Is this now? Yep, it's still under the same prompt. Every now and then I have to check because every file has has a string of numbers, uh, like it's seed basically, and then it's got the prompt right after it. Like that's the name of the file, so you can actually kind of see here in the top, like maybe
Oh
you can.
yeah.
It says Frank
I can see a
Herbert.
little bit of it.
Yeah, you can only
Frank
see like
Herbert.
and dot dot dot. Yeah, I see the entire name, and so that's how I can tell that these are all from the same set. But no, yeah, that's pretty. I like that. And there's another so
A lighthouse in the middle of the dunes?
that's what I was thinking. It's very lighthouse-esque. And I don't understand why.
I mean, I
Speaking
mean, uh, mm, okay.
speaking of which, oh, did you have more to say about the
No. I mean, it kind of it's a sea of sand. Maybe it makes sense.
the Sea of Sand? Yes, perhaps. Yes. I do like this one too. Like I'm not sure what's going on with this, but the thing is most of my focus is on this here. Just kind of going, that's where my eye is drawn, so I don't notice things like that, where it's like I'm not sure whether these are spires of rock. It doesn't really
Or like
matter that much.
fortresses that they've carved into the top of those rock formations. Because it
Yes,
does look like they carved into the rock and made structures.
it does. I do like the kind of like this sort of it's not bulbous, but like it kind of looks like a melted like a candle, or it's got kind of
Oh yeah.
this roundness to it, which it almost looks like there should be a staircase going around it on the outside, but there's no staircase on this side, and so that's the impression. Like if I just saw the silhouette of this, then that's what I would assume those bulges were. Now I don't know. How do they get up there? Hmm. Exactly. Who knows? All right. Let's see. Is this?
Okay.
Uh, It's like a graphic novel kind of thing. And then look at this head. Look. So this has got to be the back of somebody's head.
Yeah, I would hope it'd be the back of somebody's head and not just like.
It's like a shock of white hair.
Yeah, that's. I'm like, I don't even know who in Dune has a shock of white hair.
So now
It looks like more like Cruella de Vil just kind of popped into Dune, be like, "Hello, can I have your dogs?"
So this style reminds me a lot of whoever illustrated the Sandman comics, specific ones. I don't know if they were all illustrated by the same person, but there's a couple of them where I get this feeling. I'll have to look that up as well. Then there's this one, Dunjune. Dunjine? It's because that little thing, it's because it looks like it's a U and an N. And also because Jolin isn't a word. But so this one, as you can see, is a take on that previous one where there's literally like there's a pen here, there's paper, there's table, there's whatever this is. But yeah, and then there's a little like what looks like a signature, right? So
yeah, that pencil or whatever it is also has like a paintbrush on the end.
Oh yeah, almost like a felt tip thing going on. Square tip, yeah.
Go to the other end.
This down here?
Yeah.
Okay. There. Oh yeah. I don't know if they could see it.
Oh no, that's a sharpened pencil.
Shoot. Sorry, a sharpened pencil? Yes. Okay, well, it's going to keep doing that.
Yeah.
I like the top hat.
That's pretty cool.
This is, I mean, some of these are perfectly fine for whatever if you can come up with a story for the image. In fact, some of them it should be a, come up with a story for the image kind of thing. It's
like some sort of weird steampunk Doom.
Well, like, yeah, Dune, or just any kind of writing exercise. Like, anything that a person could look at and get ideas from what world this is in, even if it's not Dune. Yeah. And then this one keeps with the couple before it. Like, you see how there's a very similar style with that. I like that there's a moon here. There's maybe another planet there. There's a dune.
Where's his arm?
I think it might be...
what is his hand doing?
Oh, yeah, I don't know. He might be just resting it against his stomach or something, or putting it around his waist and holding holding himself like this here. I'm not sure. It does appear to...
Or trouble could be coming, and he's like got his hand holding his like little holster thing, and his other hand is reaching for it. It's like, in case somebody comes, I can be like, wah!
Check out this. Yeah, check out this weird terrain. It's like this sort of like lumpy yogurt kind of.
There's one of those lumpy rocks. Oops, hello, that's R2D2.
Mm-hmm.
One of those rocks looks kind of like that worm from Empire, but like this is no cave.
Oh yeah, this is no cave. Which one is it? This one? That looks like...
it's 3 in the back.
3 in the back over here.
Nope, go to your left.
That is my left. Over here?
Okay, go down.
Here?
Yeah, left, right.
Here?
That one. Yeah, that one.
All right. Oh, yeah, it's got like a little mouth going on. Something. That's fun. And then next. Another one of these.
That's R2D2.
Yeah, it looks like... Oh, yeah, that's what you're saying. Oh, yeah, it is basically R2D2, isn't it? Oh, yeah, I did a bunch of Star Wars-based images like some time ago that some of them were pretty crazy. One of them was Star Wars and 1,000 Dead Clowns, I think. I might have actually shown you...
I've seen it. Yeah, you showed me that, and that's terrifying.
But really weird stuff. And then it's just empty. So then this is like, you got your liminal space here, where it's just like, at some point, the Roadrunner will come... and run across this and then run out of frame. Bloop, bloop.
Or again, I'm always like thinking of like Star Wars or something. Where there's what are those called?
Jawas?
Yeah, the Jawas. What's the other one though?
Tusken Raiders?
Yeah, Tusken Raiders with their little
Dubecks?
Yeah.
I think they're called Dubecks.
Kind of cute.
Oh, the big lizards? Yeah, they are a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're kind of like cow lizards or something. Yeah.
just kind of big, dumb, cute things.
Probably better as plushies.
Oh, yeah.
Like that plush tardigrade is kind of cute, except, they don't really have faces. So it's, eh. I've seen.
It's just a bunch of teeth. We're just kind of like,
Oh yeah, it's like a
oh,
circle of teeth. Like, yeah. Oh yeah, there we go. So that's nice. That's okay. Is that the last one? This is the last one of the Frank Herbert Dune style of Dr. Seuss run.
what is up with the gnome?
This thing over here?
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know. Let's see if I can get zoom in on it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that's a gnome.
So gnome. It's also got it gives me squid vibes.
But I mean, you just kind of like cover that up. Everything looks pretty cool. It doesn't look Dr. Seussian. It looks kind of more anime.
It does very
But,
much look more anime. You are correct.
but the sky kind of looks like ribs.
The sky. Oh yeah, yeah. It does kind of look like.
Like the clouds are kind of weird.
They
But
are. They are.
I'll go with it.
They are weird. They are definitely weird looking. So, yes, seen some Frank Herbert Dune stuff. In Indiana Jones, I had a couple different types of prompts. So, ones that I put in was Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones, specifically, fighting an army of skeletons. And then one of them was like, because the Dial of Destiny was going to be coming out, it had not yet, because I think when I made these images, it was May. It was like near the end of May, and Dial of Destiny might have, it hadn't come out yet. I just know it hadn't come out yet. So one of the first ones I did before we do the skeletons is that I put in the prompt, Indiana Jones and the Army of Martians. Because it's always Indiana Jones and the something of something, or the legend of the this or the that, So I was like, oh, the Army of Martians. Now, I will tell you now, it didn't give me an Army of Martians, but I know, but don't worry, it did give me some really beautiful imagery was.
What is he doing in the Fellowship of the Ring?
Oh yeah, I don't know.
I can't remember where Elrond is.
Rivendell?
Rivendell. That's what it is. It looks like Rivendell.
Yeah. And then
Nope, still in Rivendell.
Now this looks kind of like a Lost City sort of thing here, kind of thing going on.
You know what? I'll give you that.
This here, at least it's got structure,
Yeah.
Nothing specifically Martian. Sorry, go ahead.
And maybe it's like Rivendell meets Machu Picchu.
Maybe. And then this one here. I do like to keep putting somebody in the picture. Like, this is obviously influenced by a style where they've got the landscapes, they've got there's something, because it's all these similar images. And by the way, the light source is all kind of like, well, no, it's not for these. But anyway, so I like this. I like the water. It's not, Martians. Then for some reason, it decided to give me one where it was like a book. And also, it cannot do letters. So, it could not. It might be able to now. And also, by the way, it started thinking that this part of the landscape was separate from the, like, it was like, yeah, it's like it's going, okay, I'm rocks. Oh, wait, I'm a book.
What exactly is the name of the book? Scroll up a little bit. He looks like a samurai too.
It does. That does look like samurai. Oh, there, I guess it is kind of vaguely Fedora-esque. Well, because remember, he has a bullwhip. So it just looks like it's saying Uno Jodi, or sorry, Ino Jod. Like from the back, it's the suggestion of the shape. And now I'm looking at it here. I'm wondering what's down in this book, and I'm seeing like maybe, I don't know. It's like maybe a dog's face, perhaps. I don't know.
Or the Fedora ate Indiana Jones's face.
Yeah.
Or that's supposed to be like, actually at this angle it looks like a cow with a blanket on it.
Mm-hmm. What's also funny is it's giving me the same kind of image as this, except on a book cover. Yeah. And then finally, of those, that's pretty cool. Ooh. No Army of Martians, but really neat looking. Yeah. I like that.
Maybe it's like John Carter.
Mm-hmm. Like, I wouldn't mind having that on a wall hanging or something. Like, that's pretty cool looking.
Yeah. What's is that a
Oh, this?
dragon? What is
It
that?
could be.
It's
Pterodactyl?
something. Maybe? Yeah, it's Mars. They could have pterodactyls.
Pterodactyls of
It's
Mars. Good.
John Carter and the pterodactyls of Mars. I'm sorry, Indiana Jones and the pterodactyls of Mars.
Right. So,
Suggestion for you, Spielberg.
listen up, Spielberg.
He's not going to listen to us.
That would be amazeballs.
I mean, if they do an Indiana Jones and the pterodactyls of Mars,
The pterodactyls of Mars.
Yeah.
Written by John Carpenter. Yeah, that would be amazing. This one is more. It's fighting an army of skeletons, but I chose to put aside the ones that didn't have skeletons. And then the ones that do have skeletons are in a separate folder. So this is...
He's got a sword.
something.
He's got a trench coat. He's got the clothes, the hat, and everything. Don't zoom in on the face.
Not yet?
Because, no, you could definitely zoom in on the face. But I don't understand why he has a sword. Oh,
you're saying somebody, like, don't zoom in on the face and it could pass. But you're not saying don't, because, you do kind of want to see the face.
If you just kind of like, no, his face is melted.
Well, yeah, it's pixelated, but it's also not Harrison Ford.
It's one eye is like it's non-existent.
Doesn't seem to work very well. No, and then this one here, I don't know. Oh.
We're both trying to draw our own impression of what he's doing. It actually looks like that one guy from wait, what's wrong with his bullwhip?
It's not a bullwhip. What's wrong with it is that it's whatever the heck this is.
It's a weird scythe looking thing.
Or like a machete with a scimitar holster on. I have no scabbard, not holster. No idea.
He visited Mortal Kombat, and that's what he came back with. It's a souvenir.
And there's this one.
Okay. Why does he keep having a sword and he's got a sword? Now he's got a razor.
He's got or something.
Why did he bring? It doesn't even look like he's holding it when you zoom in.
Yeah, it doesn't. Or like he's holding.
Or he's got it. He's got it like
something coming through the fingers. Yeah.
Just coming. Yeah.
Yeah.
A straight razor with like a stand.
Very strange.
Why Indiana Jones doesn't have a sword? Why is there a sword?
Who can say?
I'm just gonna. Why is he walking on the beach too? Like at low tide, like just after tide went out.
Oh, you think that's beach like? Get ready for more sand.
That does kind of look like Harrison Ford, but why now he's
buried up to his waist in sand?
Yeah. He stepped in some quicksand and then he went and then it was like Harrison Ford and what the hell happened to his hand?
Well, that's another thing it has trouble with. It has real trouble with doing hands.
Look at his arms though. Like especially that right there, zoom in. What the is that?
I don't know.
That's not a watch. It looks like something tried to eat him, and he's just like, "This is my last picture, so bye."
This actually probably looks most like Harrison Ford.
Yeah,
especially.
It looks kind of like a cross between Harrison Ford and Liam Neeson.
Sure, yeah. Now, if I cover up this side of the face with my hand, then that's Harrison Ford, absolutely. If I just cover up the left side with my hand.
Yeah.
Then that's Harrison Ford. If I cover up the right side, it's not Harrison Ford, but yeah, I don't know who it is.
It looks kind of like Liam Neeson.
Maybe Pedro Pascal?
Oh, yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
yeah.
but it doesn't look as much like Pedro Pascal as the other half of the face looks like Harrison Ford.
And his hands are, that's a nightmare.
It's like a little Joshua tree. Oh yeah, no, the hands look like a full ashtray. Like it just looks like
It's like,
cigarettes and stuff.
and like the texture of his arm, it's like, even, ignoring the fact there's this giant gaping wound on his arm with like, it looks like bones sticking out.
Something. Yeah, I was definitely ignoring that.
It's like the texture on his arm is just does not look right.
And then the last one in this particular folder.
Oh, that's not Harrison Ford. That is 100%. When I think of his name, I'll let you know. Wow. Um,
Can I tell you who I think it has
yeah,
just a little bit. There's elements of Russell Crowe in there.
that's who it was. Yep, Russell Crowe.
Little bits.
And then what did they do to Marion in the background?
Oh, is that Marion? I'm not sure what we're looking at here.
Well, I see a skirt.
I see.
Like,
Is it supposed to be the staff of Ra? Maybe.
I
Also, there's not. It's
Indy, turn around and shoot it. Put it out of its misery.
yeah, that's pretty. That's something else.
Yeah.
But then I got a run of pictures.
Skeletons?
Well, stuff with skeletons, yeah.
Okay.
So those look like this for starters. Now this is Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones fighting an army of skeletons. This looks like he's more posing with the army.
Like they're about to break out into Thriller.
Yes, there is something very musical about it.
Or like a Bollywood song.
Yes. They're about to break into Natu Natu.
Yeah.
That's Tollywood. I'm sorry, but there's some kind of conflict happening. Don't see so many skeletons. It's a little out of focus in spots. It's kind of interesting. It weirdly looks like somebody shot action figures or something. Also,
if you scroll it, why is he still has a sword? Why does it always put Indiana Jones with a sword?
what is this?
Oh, a musket pointing at the back of his head. That actually looks like a cross between Pedro Pascal and Alan Tudyk. That's, yeah. I've won. Now he has a whip. I will accept this picture.
Yeah.
What? He's like on a bunch of ribs?
What is that he's on? What is all that?
He's climbed over a pile of like elephant tusks or something.
Yeah.
Like this is like elephant graveyard, but like literally they just grabbed elephants and just chucked them into this pit, and this is like leftovers.
Skeleton taffy or something. Meanwhile, his
foot is foot.
Yeah, it's absorbed into the picture. This part, it's melded into the things. I do like the fact that there's like ancient ruin-looking things in the background over there. That's pretty cool. But other than that, so he's got a gun and he's got a whip, and his arm is at a bizarre angle. That's a little. This looks like maybe Christian Slater, maybe.
Yeah.
A little bit. I mean, it looks as much like Christian Slater as the half of the other guy's face looks like Pedro Pascal, which is not that much.
It's like Jeremy Renner in Christian Slater.
Oh.
This one does strike me more Jeremy Renner.
Okay.
And that bicep is swolled.
Oh, that thing there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funky looking there. That almost looks like the arm has been broken and
or like it's cut off the circulation and just kind of swelling up.
I mean, but let's be honest, look, you get closer to the hand holding the gun and there's all sorts of wrong happening there.
It just looks like he's got like a tentacle hand or something, and it's like going, I don't
It does.
This is how we hold it.
Okay. So there's more. So they can't get the whip. This is a reoccurring thing, is that the whip is going to look wrong on a lot of these. And then there's like I don't understand why he's standing on top of these things. Some of them look like skulls. Some of it looks like
Yeah.
gears. Some of it, yeah. Again,
It looks like some of the skeletons from like H.R. Giger.
yeah, absolutely. It's
But
geekiest. And of course, this is just messed up.
no, I gotta point out the messed up thing, and that
Mm.
would be his hand holding nothing.
Oh, yeah, that's looks like he's about to. Yeah, it's like kind of like a claw sword going on. There's like,
It looks like he's got three fingers, and it from the texturing and stuff, it looks like he dipped it in a deep fryer, and that's just burn marks.
it does look like something terrible happened to it.
Yeah, he had a terrible accident. Oh, that looks more like Harrison. Nope, that looks like. Why does he have a cleft lip?
Well, it's because they're getting better with faces, but faces and hands and writing were always a
Okay,
big
wait, hold
problem.
on. One, two, three, four, and a thumb. Okay, this one's got the right number of fingers, and
Okay,
they're kind of hiding the other one.
who's this guy down
Um,
here? What is that?
don't mind me. I'm just here, trying to look like I'm not in the background. Um,
Sorry to photobomb your battle.
oh, I'm sorry. Sorry.
All
Uh,
right, and then hello, welcome. There's
hello, ladies.
skeleton army complete with like helmets. Oh, but then it falls off. It's like it's helmets. It's a guy with a helmet, and then the guy with a helmet, and then sort of a helmet with it, and then a row of three, and then it just sort of starts to deteriorate as it goes on down the line. Can you see it?
Yeah. Oh,
See that?
what's up with his whip?
Well, it's an accurate. What's up with his whip? Oh wow! I mean, it's like look at his hand.
Oh,
Yeah, or his face.
oh, thank you.
Or these soldiers' helmets, like World War One kind of thing going on, but then like the
Yeah, it's
skeletons.
like it's
It,
like the German helmets they had in World War One.
I mean, aside from the weird hand and the weird face and whatnot, this is a very interesting take on the prompt. It almost works. There's a
The
lot.
skeleton,
Mm-hmm,
the skeletons on the left side of the screen
mm-hmm.
are wearing pants.
Hmm. Okay, yeah, they are. Uh-huh.
Uh,
Huh. Uh.
uh,
Uh.
uh. Hi,
It's
who are
like
you?
somebody's face. Let's see. Okay, nope. Well, so the lighter side of the face kind of gives me Malcolm McDowell vibes a little bit, like that would be my left. The lighter side, the side where the light's coming from, over here. This side. Sorry, I
Yeah,
forgot. You can see my mouse moving over to that, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good. So, and then I don't know, but meanwhile, there's all these kind of like he's not fighting an army, but there are all these skulls here that reminds me of the little idols.
Yeah, it's like a little gold idol that's like probably like this big, and it's just got this big head and a teeny tiny little
So there's that one, and then
body.
um,
What?
I don't know. It's having trouble telling between background and foreground elements here. This tie, is this a tie or is this neck? And then there's just, yeah, so there's no neck, there's no tie here. And it just opens up onto the shirt. And then there's no skeletons, but there is him with a whip that looks like a sword. I guess technically a whip that's in mid strike is going to look funky no matter what you do. Because a whip is
When you don't when you don't scroll in,
yeah.
I can have it back out. It looks like Jeremy Renner.
Oh yeah.
But you start to scroll. What the hell's wrong with that hand that your mouse is on?
Well, you notice that the hands the secondary hands are also often in kind of like a type of pose where it's like he's doing a very similar kind of, like a lot of these have the same kind of like arm energy, even though it's not the same poses. Their arms are out. There's like this, there's a stance going on where the arms are out. Got a stance. Like like that arm's out. That arm's up. Those arms are out. Those arms are up. That arm's up. Yeah, good.
Yeah, I think we've got one more. Yeah, that one reminded me. I think was that one or yeah, that one reminded me of Bradley Cooper.
Oh yeah, I could see that. Sure, from a
So you
distance.
scroll in, and then you're like, nope, it's a nightmare.
Up, up, up. Nothing, nothing, and then up again, and then down. But okay, that's interesting. It looks like a sword and a whip. There's the skeletons are extra creepy. It's kind of lumpy, and yeah, this is there's no shortage of creep factor for things like this. I don't know. It looks like an airplane or a crow. I can't tell.
Okay. At a distance, it could be Liam Neeson.
Could be. And
then until you scroll in, you go, oh, he has no eyes.
I like that there's this row of what looks like soldiers, kind of like skeletons, almost like C-3PO, and also like that idol from the first movie. Like it's very, there's a visual language.
Oh, yeah.
So that's going to be a lot of what it draws from when it thinks of Indiana Jones, because it's got to take the stuff that it knows is associated with Indiana Jones and then try and go with that. And, it's having a trouble with it. It's not really doing well with skeletons, but it is coming up with some interesting results. His arms are up. This looks like a bone and other things junkyard.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's
then, of course, the cursed item being the hand.
Yeah, oh yeah, well, yeah. If you get close. Yeah. And the whip is up, or whatever that is. It also looks like he's like cleaning out his ear.
Yeah.
That looks a little more like Harrison Ford from a distance. Actually, that's a lot closer.
Yeah.
Much closer, especially if I do that with my hand again on one of the side of the face or the other. So it's like, yeah, okay, that works. The skeleton, and it's also got skulls and skeletons. They're still doing the golden idol thing, but at least you can see skulls. You can make out at least two pretty good skulls.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that one is up at the top.
But this over here?
Yeah.
Oh, it's blurry. Let's see here. I mean, it's just too blurry to figure out.
It's upside down, because otherwise it just looks like a gaping skeleton.
A gaping skeleton. And then gaping skeleton butt? What?
Yeah, gaping skeleton butt.
Ah.
Oh yeah, that definitely looks like the guy from Team Edge. Until you scroll in, of course. And then you're like, nope. His nose has been broken a couple of times, and he's seen a few things.
Well, and the hands are what the?
He's using his sword like a gun.
And so is his jacket. His jacket is also using a sword.
Yes.
So it's a weird kind of detail. Also, oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, just like how our kid likes to pretend his sword is also a laser gun.
Yes.
Which I don't think logistically would work out, because you could be like, shh, but you accidentally shoot the person behind you.
Oh yeah, how does he know what a lightsaber is, by the way? Because
Michael showed it to him.
Showed him a lightsaber?
Yeah, he has a lightsaber up in his room, and Michael's like, hey, do you want to see it? And he turned it on and went, and his eyes just went.
That's awesome.
Big, and then Michael let him hold it. He was like.
So now he had to pretend he had a lightsaber with a lot of things.
And that's why he was doing the lightsaber battle.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. That's fantastic. Okay, so again, arms up. Yeah, no, hand. Oh, maybe even a third hand here. Look at that. It could be a hand.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no. I do like the junk though. The weird sort of like combination of who knows what the heck this is. Like this is sparks. I mean, it looks kind of vaguely like bones.
I mean, it kind of looks like he's walking over the dead robots from Terminator.
Oh yeah, I could see that. And then finally, I put in Indiana Jones and the Army of Zombie Waitresses. So I was just putting words together, see what. So some of these are not going to look anything like the prompt. Like, for example, this is my first
Okay.
I don't.
I
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
I don't
Don't
know.
know.
No. Um. I. This is cool,
Oh, we almost got Indiana,
right? Oh yeah, yeah.
but we have
It
Indan
or Inda
Jonesy.
Jonies.
Let's believe.
Hupakambluk.
Yeah.
I like the art though. I like the idea of whatever's happening here. The person standing with being backlit by the moon, the person looking up. There's really good, interesting ideas in this image. I guess maybe this is supposed to be a zombie waitress. I don't know. It's hard to say if because it knows what zombies are and it knows what waitresses are. And Indiana Jones and the Cryptids.
Yeah, that's not a zombie waitress.
No.
That's nightmare fuel.
Oh yeah.
He's got that on a leash.
He does it.
So
Oh, he does. Yeah. Look at that there.
what the F?
Yeah. Right. Hey, David Lopan.
What what?
And then like some kind of like a.
That's from Labyrinth.
Oh yeah, I guess kind of yeah.
That's one of those that's like the lady who has like all the garbage
Yeah.
or something.
I think about that scene a lot. Um. Uh. Indiana Jones in the coffee shop. I don't know.
I
What?
mean,
What the hell is that?
what
What is that contraption? I mean, what even is
is it
that?
like pouring him a beer? What's going on? Because the other stuff looks like it might be hops or something of the adult. Either way, it's adult stuff, or it's what. And he's been
And that's not Harrison Ford,
what?
but I mean, like, oh, I didn't specify Harrison Ford. At this point, it's just Indiana Jones and the zombie. So now it's just giving me whatever. What?
Whoa, what?
Well, I saw you say something, but I couldn't hear you say anything because
No,
of
I
the.
was like, I was just making mouth shapes. Just
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So there's that, and then this one. I don't know. It's actually not. That's not terrible. That's a pretty good rendition. It's not. It's not Harrison Ford, but it is Indiana Jones. It's a
okay.
nice lamp. Oh
Oh yeah,
well.
that's a very lovely lamp. And then
Oh.
no.
Oh, and then we got your melted taffy hands. Oh. But yeah, if you don't look too closely. Oh,
I mean,
wait.
maybe that person's holding a hot dog.
Wait a minute. There's another set of fingers or something here. Coming from somewhere. I think it's going under here. So what's this? Is this the hand
What?
looping around and grabbing it? It doesn't seem to.
What? No.
No.
There's no fingernails too.
Uh,
It's like basically aliens trying to pose as humans.
basically.
They just have problems with hands.
I actually really like this one as an
Oh,
image.
it's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's good light. It is. I don't know why, or, what the story is in this, but I do like the idea of this. And then
There's still no zombie waitresses.
still no zombie waitresses. So I separated out ones that from the run that looked almost identical to each other. Because there's sometimes you can put in a prompt and then you can what's called iterating on the same image. So it'll give you most of the elements that in the picture in almost the same format, but some things will be slightly different. So for this, it's going to be mostly mountain placement and sun placement. That's
Okay.
the things that are the same. So there's
Oh,
yeah,
that's nice.
and this is all from the same prompt, by the way. This is still Indiana Jones and the Army of Zombie Waitresses, which it doesn't. So there's the sun over here. There's mountains here, and then something in the foreground. Sometimes a valley, sometimes a body of water. There's that one.
Ooh.
That one. See, sun's in the same place. More mountains, waterfall, person.
Oh,
Now the person's over here. Now this is water. Yeah.
there's no waterfall. That's fairly similar.
It'd be fun to morph between these images that are so similar. Look at
Yeah,
that. I mean, that one is almost exactly the same as the one
that's
before.
almost the exact same.
Except I mean, as far as the placement goes, it is, but except these are different shaped. There's a bird here
Yeah.
now. That one. Now there's one of these. It's a little guy.
He's on a building avoiding the zombie waitress,
And a
or
person
else it's
here.
Marion.
And like,
It could be Marion. More
could,
birds.
could be. That's right, she was
It,
one. Huh?
it honestly looks like it's the Eagles from Return of the King.
Oh,
And
yeah.
with the one in the foreground looks like it's already scooped somebody up and said, "We're going to rescue you."
Now it's become a street
Hmm.
with buildings, but it's still the same placement. You notice this thing over here, this thing on the side, is that thing there, which is it was
Yeah.
stone and or maybe, and then it becomes like a phone booth,
Oh.
and then now it's back into rocks. I mean, but like it's like, and there's no person, and there's water again, and then there's this one, which is Indiana Jones and a Dougie apparently, and then like really cool kind of looking cliffside stuff. Um,
Oh, is that dog? Is that dog meat?
could be, or could be Indiana.
Oh yeah.
And then finally, this one that seems to be taking place inside a cave, where
Indiana Jones in the Hat of Ridiculousness.
the hat of ridiculousness.
Do you see what's going on with his hat? It's got a feather thing. It's got a little curved.
Oh, there's something weird going on. Yeah, yeah, it is very strange. So now I was like, finally, I was kind of like, well, I didn't really get the prompt. I didn't really get the thing I was looking for. So why don't I just put in, how about zombie waitresses from Mars?
Okay.
Right. So I went to go for some more realistic type looking ones, like more like photograph, and I got 5 of them. I got this one.
Oh yeah.
So I got this one. That's it's a zombie. It looks
Yeah,
like it could be a
kind of waitressy.
kind of waitressy. There's a couple of more of them. Not anything specifically Marsy, but they're giving me zombie waitresses or things that I could be like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's probably a zombie waitress. And none of these people are real. That's what's amazing to me too. Is like sometimes it'll look like, oh, that's just a person, but no, it's like nothing. Also, this is kind of like almost not Dracula, but vampire-ish something going on there. Got the apron, sort of, and then it kind of disappears. Almost a parochial sort of like shirt, and so like here it looks like this apron strap disappears under the collar, but here
Yeah, or it's like the same color as the shirt they're wearing.
yes, and then finally these two here. So that's,
Oh,
and then apparently they work at the same place, which is good. So there's that. So that's zombie waitresses from Mars. And I'm like, okay, that's good. I got some zombie waitresses from Mars. What would happen if I made an iteration on it? But then, no, sorry. What about in an animated style? Something less photorealistic, more caricature. That would be fun. I got these. Now, for some reason, these are in pairs and trios, but it's probably because the word is pluralized. It's not zombie waitress from Mars, it's zombie waitresses. So it gives me, but it's weird. It gives me variations on the same thing, because it's not like this one has light hair and this one has dark hair. They have this. It's almost the same person, but it's giving me two versions of the thing I asked for in one picture. But they're so similar they could be like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Also, by the way, shoulders or shirt? Well, there's a collar and a cuff there, so this must be a flesh-colored shirt. Okay, collar and tie, collar and I don't know, and then the mouth is good.
Whatever
Yeah.
that is.
But that's pretty, that's something. Like if you didn't look too closely, you would just be like, yeah, all right. Not necessarily waitressy. No,
But yeah, maybe zombie waitresses from Mars.
maybe zombie waitress from Mars. free floating jelly beans of something. And there's this one here. That arm's kind of messed up. Here's a plate of fish or something. I mean, really, what is it?
A plate of something.
Plate of something. See, that's the thing. If you add it to have it be animated, the abstractness seems to not be so bothersome. Because it's
What's up with them always not having mouths?
Well, zombies' lower jaws tend to fall off a lot. And then the skin around the mouth tends to go away.
And that one has 3 sets of teeth. 3 rows of teeth.
This one here?
Both of them, actually.
Yeah. I like that this one has like a head wrap and then this one doesn't. But it has like the...
Kind of more of like that 60s, waitress hair look.
Yeah. It's an interesting combination of looks. Plus, this one looks like it's got a pillow. And this one has like a gloriole. A gloriole? Like
yeah.
A radiant kind of thing, and this one almost looks like it's laying on a pillow. Like it looks like that's kind of like,
yeah, with the way the little hair strays are going.
Yeah, it makes it look like a cushion's being pushed in a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, and then we got okay, I don't know what this is, but it is interesting. Yeah, but it's pretty much zombie. It's definitely zombies. It's
Yeah. The arms are a little on the cursed side, like especially that one on the left side.
This here.
That one, yeah. What the heck is going on with that?
I don't know. What is this too? Cinnamon bursig.
It looks like something beans.
It does look like beans. I thought it was like saying cinnamon beer or something. Plate of hors d'oeuvres. Hey. Okay. That person looks actually healthy by comparison to all the other ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the most part, if you don't get too close like that could be light glistening off the lip. There's ink occurring here. That kind of reads to me as tattoos, as opposed to, scales or whatever.
Infection spreading?
Yeah, this is actually kind of an interesting eye makeup look.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty cool. It's weird, the little hat kind of thing going on. It's not, and what do you think of that?
What?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what this is. Maybe it's a milkshake thing. It looks like there's like cleaning out the ear a little bit or something. Also, the necks are messed up. There's yeah. And then, oh look, from Mars. Yeah, zombie waitress is from Mars. It's like Hooter.
Oh no, there's too many wigglies on the Mars, so it's like at the M, but then it has like an I and an A. It's Miars.
Oh yeah, Miars. It's zombie waitresses of Miars. Would you like a BR? We are here on Miars.
With one of her fingers just stabbed through the beard. Like, yeah.
Oh yeah, there's fingers are everywhere. There's weird looking fingers everywhere there.
One of them has got like flippers.
Kinda. And then finally these ladies. Now this is like Switchblade sisters.
Yeah, they look like, give us a tip or we'll cut you.
It very much does look like that.
We're still gonna eat you. Stabby, stab.
Stabby. And then finally, that same thing I did with the Indiana Jones thing, where it's walking through the valley. I took the zombie waitresses and I got one picture, and I was like, "Give me some iterations," and it gave me started with this. Okay, take a note of where things are on here, and then the next one. Can you spot the differences?
Hands.
Also, I think a couple of these things change too.
Yeah.
But it's actually, if I zoom in, it doesn't work as well. So, okay. So let me go back. 1, 2. You can see it if I do it quickly at that iteration. Yeah, the hands change. Also, this thing changes. The writing and the fingers go to front. And then this has become a little pie. That becomes a plate of something else. That becomes burger again. That was, what was that? Oh, it's a coffee. It's a something. It's a plate of beans. It's a coffee. It's a coffee. But you can see there's subtle little changes. So you can imagine running these together and having it just be this weird sort of rippling kind of morphing imagery. So that, yes. So those were some of the images that I got recently.
Well.
Yeah, if you ever feel like giving me some prompts to put in some stuff, or you just want to see how this works, let me know, because we can come up with some. You can see what it comes up with some interesting things. That was, I think, those are all the ones I did in that one session, aside from the other one. Like, there's stuff I haven't shown you because it's late and whatnot. But like,
yeah.
There's, like, I have a folder that's Donald Trump with Putin in the style of Busby Berkeley. Just to see what I get. You know, it's like, this is what happens. Yeah. Well. For example.
Oh, that's not what I was thinking at all.
Right.
But what's in his mouth?
So who's... Oh, like that? I don't know. But it's like, it's two Donalds and one Vlad. And then there's this. I could just do these quickly. You can see how the kinds of results. If you want to see these in more detail at any point. Wait, hold on. Who's this guy?
Who invited him to the party?
Hi. So, there's like all these little like heads and figures down here. That's so strange.
Oh, I think there's a lot of pictures on the internet of Donald Trump looking like this.
Oh yeah, there absolutely are. That's a good one. Look at that. There's a bunch of dancers or something in the foreground, and then the stuff in the background. And then, but these are very like, yeah. But I was just throwing these in here to give you an idea of, like, sometimes it just comes up with fun stuff. I've got a bunch more just like that, but it is late. So thank you for spending time and looking at some of these cursed images that I've come up with the DreamStudio has come up with based on my prompts.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you. Thank you for spending time and participating. Laura, where can the people find you?
Where can you find me? You could definitely find me here on YouTube as SexyLaura27 Games, and that's 2 X's.
Mm-hmm.
You can also find me on Instagram at Laura Saner, all lowercase.
Okay.
And then Facebook. I don't do social media that much.
So Instagram and YouTube. Yeah.
Instagram, YouTube. Yeah. That's it.
Everybody, make sure to go to www.tysonsaner.com where you can find all my links, including links to her channel, and still the Succotash Comedy Soundcast Soundcast, which is currently on hiatus. Antisocial Show archive is there, just like that image there. Nope, just like that image there. There we go. Well, yeah, I'm pointing to it now but I'm actually pointing to my right, even though the image is on my left where I'm looking. So you got to go the other way. There, now we're both pointing at where it actually is on my screen. Yeah. And so my SoundCloud, which also has music, be coming out with some new music sometime this year, hopefully. And more gaming videos with my Tyson Saner Gamer series. I got a lot of stuff there, so if you're interested in watching any of it, that's where you'd want to go. And if you're on your phone and you navigate to TysonSaner.com, it might give you a link at the top that says menu instead of just having my links up there. But if you press menu, it'll give you all my links. If you go on the web page, it's just all my links are at the top of the page. It's easy enough. It's my this, my that, the other thing, and one click and you should be there. So yes, thank you for watching. Thank you for participating, Laura.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Be decent to each other. I will see you the next time I do something like this. Bye-bye.
Choo, choo. All right.
Choo.
Have a good time, folks.